Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Addie and today we are back with another speed build. Today we are building a community center for Magnolia Promenade. You'll notice that all of the other lots around the place are finished. I don't have the speed builds for those. I built those off camera. So if you would like a tour of Magnolia Promenade, you can let me know in the comments. Um, the concept with all of the builds for Magnolia Promenade is that they are sort of like multi-lots. So all the lots have multiple lots, if that makes sense. So we've got two apartment buildings. They're not actually listed as apartment buildings, just because when I bought them, or when I built them, it hadn't, for rent hadn't actually come out yet. So, and I don't really want to go back and update them to include for rent because why? If you have for rent, you can totally download them and then like make it so that they are multi-unit lots. Um, and then if you don't have it, then you can still use it. Um, I do believe they are all on my gallery though, which is just the same username as that is here. Pretty easy to find. Let's see. So this lot is a community center, which came with the world of Evergreen Harbor. It came with the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack, and it's a I don't know the technical word, but it like can change. So if you live in one of the apartment buildings, you can vote to change this. And this is the one thing that I actually like about Magnolia Promenade is that because the world is so small, you can change the whole world, you know? Like if you live in one of those apartment buildings, you can in fact vote to change the community lot. So the one that I'm building here is the like community center. It's the default lot. And then there's three other versions of it. There's a community garden, there's a maker space, and there's like a marketplace or a market something or other. And you can vote to change this lot into those other lots. So if you want to see me renovate this one into each of those, that each though the reno into each of them would be a different video. Like I would renovate all of them in one video. But if you want to see me do that, you can let me know. I don't plan on doing that on camera at the moment, so if that is something that you want to see on camera or like on that's something you want to see, you should let me know. And then here we're working on the layout. I decided to mirror the other community lot. The other community lot that we have in Magnolia Promenade is a cafe. It is a queer cafe, an LGBT cafe. So that has gone through many a change, that cafe. Just like as we've gotten more better items. When I first built it, like way back in like 2018 or 2019 or whatever time I built it, um, we didn't really have like cute pastel colorful items. So it was all like vibrant, which is cute, until you are trying to combine the rainbow pride flag, the like standard pride flag, with the with like the lesbian pride flag. And then it's just a lot, to have a lot of colors, like so many colors. So it is now in a more pastel version, and it makes it a lot easier to combine the colors. Um, so we've got, I don't know if I recorded it. If I recorded it, I'll try to find it. But we in that build we have like um a arrow ace room area. So it's like a lot of grays, a lot of blacks, and then there's like accents of purple and green. We've got like a pan and buy space, so lots of pinks, lots of yellows, purples, that sort of thing. Um, and then we have um like the I wish the Sims would update the Pride stuff. I hope that in June, or it doesn't need to be in June, but I feel like if they're gonna do a Pride update, they would want to do it in June, just like for Pride. Um, they should add more swatches and just like more Pride stuff in general. Like I want more Pride t-shirts with like a bunch of different things. I love the Pride nail polish, but I feel like it really only matches the stuff that we already have in the game, and I want more, you know? There are custom content, Pride post cards that I like to use in my builds a lot. There's obviously the Pride flag from base game, but I wish that we had like the pride flag postcards in the game, you know, not as like custom content. And I want like more subtle pride flags too, you know, not just like a pride flag. Like that's great. But I don't have a pride flag in my house. I don't, yeah, I don't know. I want like more subtle stuff, you know? So instead of having like a pride flag, maybe you have like an ace themed Christmas tree, which we do have in the game. There's like a black and white and purple Christmas tree in the game, but it's not, I'm sorry if you can hear them playing, they're being chaotic. But it's not quite the same. You know, it's not quite the same. Um, and we have like a rainbow Christmas tree and stuff, which is fun, but I don't know. I want more like base game pride stuff, you know, like maybe we have like a single and double bed with like pride stripes on it, but not horizontal. Maybe it's vertical, and then it's like a little bit more subtle that way because people aren't looking for vertical pride flags. They're only looking for horizontal ones. My dog is sitting here staring at me like I owe her my life or something. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But you know, so maybe like they've got like a variety of swatches, including like vertical pride flag ones. Maybe there's like floral and space ones. We need more space shit in general too. That's another thing. Um, and so anyway, we've got like nothing for pride at all. And all of my Sims are queer, so I don't, yeah. Like we've come a long way in terms of like actual sim creating, but for like LGBT sims, because you can now make ace sims, you can now make arrow sims, you can now make trans sims more accurately, but you can't like there isn't a lot of pride stuff in the game. You know, we have the pride flag and the pride nail polish, and that's it. So, oh, and some t-shirts. We have some of those too. But I want like pride flags on bed sheets and pride flags on like blankets draped over the couch or a chair or that sort of thing. I want like pillows, and because we've got that base game pillow that has all the horrible base game swatches, but we don't have like a pride pillow, you know, like a pride throw pillow or a pride couch with some pride blankets on it or anything. You know what I mean? Like we don't really have that. And I wish that we did. I wish that we did. Anyway, back to the build for a second here. I have done a lot and not a lot of talking about it. So we have laid out the outside. Um, and it was at this point that I realized, like, oh, I need to put some windows. Those might be good. Um, so we are using these ones from Horse Ranch. The layout for the outside is pretty simple. So you've got the main building, and the main building has, let's see, I think it has a kids space, and then it also has a music space and like a kitchen space as well. For the outside, we've got swing set, monkey bars, which you can see, voting spaces. There's a community board for Horse Ranch as well, because like this is a community space, you know? And this is The Sims 4 where everything is digital. So in my head, you could totally like have a listing from the internet over here, you know? Um, so we have that over here as well, and then we've got obviously the ones from Eco Lifestyle. We have 3 picnic tables and a fountain from I think it's the romantic stuff pack. I don't remember what it's called, but the romantic stuff pack. And it is the one that you can like have your Sims jump in and find coins, which I thought was kind of a fun touch. And then we also have some dumpsters in case you are looking for those for any particular reason. Um, and then we have 3 food stalls. Um, so you can have so you can like hire people and um they'll come and like give you food. Like not give you food, but like sell you food. And then inside, we're laying out the floor plan. So we've got a little bit of a stage here. We've got some music stuff. We have the kids space, which is gonna move, I believe. And then upstairs, we will end up having sort of like a quiet room and then also like a quiet skill building room and a louder skill building room. Because I imagined that those were probably good things to have. Um, and then I wasn't sure where I wanted to put the kids space. So do think I end up putting it up here. Um, so, or downstairs. I'm not 100% sure I remember correctly. In here is actually going to be a kitchen. So we have, I end up getting rid of these, I believe. Um, I was looking at because I hadn't actually looked too in depth at the life and death wallpapers. I was like, oh, maybe I could try one of these. And then they were a lot. And no community space run by the local government is going to have enough funding for fancy ass wallpaper. So we didn't do that. Because to me, these are like this place is maintained and upkept by volunteers, and it is like run by the city. So there might be like a receptionist or like a good-hearted soul that comes and organizes events here. But for the most part, it's going to be run by underpaid people and volunteers. So I was thinking that maybe like there's a daycare and that person hosts the daycare here, but it's like a personal daycare. It's not like they got permission from the city to run their daycare out of this facility. And so they do. But it just yeah, it made things a little bit easier because I was like, then I don't have to worry about like details, you know? It's okay if it's bad because the city runs it. The city doesn't have money for your your stuff like um so then in here, oh, I also put a laundry, like sort of like a laundromat space. In here we've got a couple of tables for you to fold your laundry, and then we've got these seats from the I think it's Dream Home Decorator. I think those are Dream Home Decorator table or seats. um I don't remember how many tables I actually end up having out here, but we do have a few, and then we've got, they're in front of the stage. And then I'm coming up here, and it looks like we are putting the daycare playroom space upstairs in the corner over there behind the stairs. And then in here, we have a lot of skill building stuff. So we've got, um, two of pretty much everything. We've got two flower arranging tables, two woodworking tables, two gemology tables, two candle tables, two of everything. With the exception of the archaeology table, because I don't use that very much, and so I sort of assume that other people don't either. Um, and then we're going through and I'm putting curtains around the place because I felt like it would be kind of nice if you had like some really big curtains in this room, you know? So we are going through and adding those. And I chose these ones because they have the matching, um, whatever you call it. I always forget the name. I call it a rail, but that's not what it's called. I don't actually know what it's called. So, um yeah, so we have that, and so now we're going through and putting some rugs in, um with like stains and stuff. Um and yeah, so I actually really liked this room. I don't think that there's a lot of detail in here, but or like the build in general, but again, like it's not going to, like it's owned by the city. So, in my head it sort of made sense to not have a lot of detail. Um, and I do feel like it fits in with the world. Um, just because like I made all the other builds. I did save this one for last on purpose because I felt like if I did it too soon, like if I did it first, I felt like it wouldn't have been as good, you know? I don't know if that made any sense, but I don't know. I feel like because I was able to sort of lean into the other builds, it made it better. And then I could be like, oh, well, I want to include all of these skill building items. I want to include some sort of play space for kids. Maybe like there's a daycare or something. Um, so yeah. And there's like a lot to do on this build, or like in this build. I am realizing at the moment that I think I added a basement, but I don't know if I got rid of it, and I definitely didn't furnish it. So when you download it, there may or may not be a basement. But this is the quiet room. This is the um, computer room. So we've got four computers, and then we've got two desks that are empty, empty in quotes. Because obviously one of them has a laptop, the other four have desktop computers. Um, but I felt like that sort of made sense because then, like, if you had a kid that needed to do homework, they could, and there was like an open space for them to do that. Obviously, they could sit at one of the tables downstairs or whatever, but if they wanted like a quiet place, they could hang out up there. And then we're moving on to the kids space. And I wanted to make sure that we had enough space for everything that I wanted to include. So we have some toys on the floor. We have Blarfies. We have science tables, potty chairs, um, arts tables, you name it, we have it. And we are coming to the end of the video now. So if you liked this, if you would like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot. And I will see all of you on Saturday. Bye.